If you feel that you're perhaps approaching the red zone around scalable growth, professional contrast, process-driven, a fixation on intellectual property, there's a 2-for-1. It drives your enterprise value, okay? Because every business is built to be sold. Hey, this is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. I had to share this great story with you because recently I was speaking to a terrific long-term fee-for-service client of ours who over several years has methodically built out this just stellar organic business. And it's brought him to this point where now he's on the verge of acquiring his first business. Okay, and the frequency of this is intensifying, notwithstanding all the headwinds. But I was saying to my client that this is a really big complement of your core competency and abilities and points of difference. It's also a tremendous responsibility, right, to take that torch and ensure that that departing professional's legacy is secured and those clients are elevated when they transition over. But again, more and more, this is becoming the next frontier when it comes to growth, and it's fueled by demography and commoditization and other external factors. But anyway, the point is, to my client, I said, look, you've earned this. You are worthy because you're so well prepared. And he shared a great analogy with me from the world of athletics. He said, you know, if you're on the bench and the coach calls your number, it's on you to be prepared, to have done the work mentally, physically, and every other possible aspect, and be ready for that moment. And that's interesting because I look back on his progression of, let's say, the last 5 years. I mean, this is the classic 5-year overnight success story when it comes to scalable growth. I mean, our client's been in the business a long time, but you look at where the approach to the inflection point really kicked in about 5 years ago. His team was much smaller. You think of his CSA, getting everything out of their heads, professionalized and standardized, and start documenting and being process-driven, really focusing on intellectual property. And then as the team started building out, really focusing methodically on things like DISC, right, for team dynamics and compatibility and chemistry. Tuckman's model for forming, storming, norming, and performing a growing team so that Little's law is not activated around capacity. We even brought in his son and positioned that beautifully, professionally. No nepotism. I mean, clearly defined roles and responsibilities and how that would impact clients. And all of that brought him to the point of being franchise ready, where growth could be scalable. The organic business became this proof of concept. And what's really interesting in this case is that our client was sought out. He did not go out and try to market his scalable growth model. He didn't seek out the soon-to-be retiring advisor. In fact, the soon-to-be departing advisor said to our client, I've been watching you, and I see how you interact with your team. I see how you treat your clients. I know my clients would be in great hands, so I pick you. And again, just an incredible achievement around professional contrast and the power of stewardship. And so my point is, if you feel that you're perhaps approaching the red zone around scalable growth, professional contrast, process-driven, a fixation on intellectual property, there's a 2-for-1. It drives your enterprise value, okay? Because every business is built to be sold at some point. So you want to make sure that it's not a 2x outcome, it's a 6x or more. But when you're the acquirer and you can find this business that's got all these untapped opportunities, the lift and the multipliers are immense when you elevate the client experience and transition them to a process-driven environment. So I wanted to share that with you. And if you want to learn more about what it means to shift from organic to scalable growth, make sure you check in with us and we can share with you some of our success stories and outline that process for you. But I'm very excited for our client. And as I said, more and more often, this is happening. So thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. Make it a great day. Thanks for watching and being a part of the Pareto community. If this video resonated with you, please like and share and leave a comment, and I'll do my best to respond. We put out daily, actionable best practices on my LinkedIn page. Just look for Duncan MacPherson. And weekly videos on our Pareto Systems YouTube channel. Follow and subscribe to ensure that you are up to date with the best practices of today's most successful fee-for-service professionals. We also share our daily best practices and give access to our Pareto Academy on our mobile app, Pareto Systems, always on. Subscribe for free today and put Pareto in your pocket to keep refining and optimizing your business.